Hello summoners and welcome to my high elo AP Nidalee commentary made by me, Hepodix. But before we head into the game, let's take a quick look at the optimal setup for Nidalee. Hope you enjoy. As you can see over here, for runes I recommend magic penetration marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs and ability power quintessences. Optionally, you could take movement speed quintessences for mobility or swap both seals and glyphs to ability power per level to maximize the pressure you make with the spears. For masteries, take 2190 by getting all the damage boost from offense tree and some sustain from defense tree. If you're new to Nidalee, you could try 9021 going all on utility for more flexibility, but the damage boost you will get from offense tree is too good in my opinion, so I won't skip it anymore. Moving on to skill level up, you want to prioritize javelin toss / takedown first by maxing it by level 9, then primal surge / wipe by level 13, and lastly bushwhack / pounce. The first 3 levels differ usually, but in most cases it is wise to take 1 point on W first so you can set those traps before minions spawn. And in most cases heal is good to take after, since you will not dominate anyone in early levels. And of course don't forget the points and aspect of the cover at levels 6, 11 and 16. Moving on to the items section, as I recommend to start off with either boots and 3 health potions, or crystalline flask and some pots thrown together. However, I've seen some people taking fiery charm and some potions and maybe a ward in for a faster tier of the goddess, which isn't bad idea either. After that, court build up the sorcerer's shoes, archangel's staff and Rabadon's death cap. Once you've built up to this point, you're already monster versus any squisher opponent. For boots enhancement, grab the one and only home guard boots. Man, those boots, so awesome, man, what the hell? Okay. After that, situationally build items such as Void Staff, Zhonya's Hourglass, Rylai's Crystal Scepter or Liandrin's Torment. And for summoner spells, Flash and Ignite. You could try Teleport, but Ignite is recommended here. Alright, as we head up into the game, I'm gonna lane against Zyra here, and as you can see, it's most likely gold players here, but as the game has been recorded in it was like around 900 elo, 1.9k elo, so we're at the platinum series here, even though we have lots of gold players here, and I believe Skarner was diamond, so we got a pretty decent match here, and this game is going to prove that Nidalee is definitely worth picking for mid, and highly recommend if you know what to do, and that's why we're here to show you. I'm here to show you what's gonna happen. Okay. So I'm gonna record this on spectator mode, as I've got requests that I'd rather do this in this way, so we can see better what's going on here. What's gonna happen here. Okay. So in this game, I'm gonna start off with Crystalline Flask, 1 ward and health potion. Because I've seen some Sejuani players around, and some of them have been really good and some bad. And as apparently Mordekaiser goes in there, just face checking them as the enemy was faster. They're gonna waste flashes as well as Mordekaiser. Phil gonna waste flash, and Airfield gonna pick up the first blood. Many summoners wasted 3 flashes from the enemy team, and looks like Skarner's gonna get caught as well. Really bad start for us. Sejuani dropping pretty low, as well as Zyra. We're gonna throw down some pressure. And looks like Phil gonna pick up the kill on Skarner as well, so this already saying it looks like a very bad start for us, and really makes me want to surrender, because you know that's solo queue for you, and you always rage like this, and I probably was mad as well. So lots of pings coming here. So our jungle is a little late, but he's gonna start from the red, and we're gonna throw some help here. And this game I'm doing with my friend Halme, who's playing Lulu on bot. So I throwed that W on that red buff, so it'll help his tracks on there somewhat. And I started with W, as I mentioned, and have a 1 trap here, so if the jungler comes, he's most likely spotted, because the more middle you put it, the better it is. So what you want to do early game is you want to poke as much as you can with auto attacks. You won't dominate with spear at this point. Gonna dodge that root, pretty easy dodge there. Try to get as many last hits as you can, and while poking at the same time. As I've thrown some auto attacks in, it looks like Zyra has used her inventory, all the potions in, so she has only the boots left now. And as for me, I took the heal level 2 because this is basically you want to throw auto attacks in, even though you don't have any AD boost, you still do a decent damage with auto attacks. And it looks like Riven is gonna pick up the kill on Mordekaiser, all on himself. And Sejuani there at the jungle. Skarner trying to pick up the kill and almost gonna get the kill on here at Riven. So more auto attacks, doing those last hits in. As you can see, Nidalee is pretty low already, low HP, as I've thrown so many auto attacks. And the attack speed you get from the heal of Nidalee is pretty awesome as well. Even boost that pressure you can make with those early auto attacks. Sejuani here, maybe want to try the gank mid. Actually not, because Zyra is too low. He's gonna cover up the mid lane, so some people will get the XP and shit. So yeah. As the bot lane is really far, I'm gonna go try and help them, even though I'm not level 6 yet. I have my 2 points on spear now, and I'm gonna try and maneuver something. Feel really greedy here, as I ignore Ezreal and try to head up on Fiddlesticks. Gonna throw that few auto attacks in. Exhaust coming up right away, as well as Drain. Skarner gonna come up on here, still draining on. Throwing that spear and ignite will finish up the Fiddle, and we'll get the first kill on myself. Skarner trying to finish up the Ezreal, as I will head back, as I was pretty low HP. Let's see. Really good damage from Skarner, and he's gonna pick up the kill on Ezreal. And as I come back from the base, I already got my tier, which is really nice, by the way, from Rios, that they reduced the price on Tear of the Goddess, so it will be more popular item there, and I really like that change. Looks like Sejuani tried to gank bot, but Mordekaiser has ward, so that's not gonna happen. This is one thing I would like to discuss. The last hitting under the turret, it is a little difficult, but you're gonna have to throw those pre-auto hits so you can get those last hits better, but you will miss some, most likely, because with most of the mid lane cases it's not easy to last hit under the turret with only auto attacks. And it looks like Ezreal is gonna pick up the kill on his Fortune, getting that second kill on him. And as you can see, I have 2 traps here at the brush, so if Sejuani is gonna come from this way, it's very guaranteed that he will get spotted. But as it looks like Sejuani coming from another way, he wants to gank that, the root's gonna miss, and they're gonna put quite a pressure on me, and that will force me to flash. In that situation, I could try to flash earlier, but as I'm pretty sure I wanted to try to save that flash without being used at all, so they got enough pressure on me. I underestimated Sejuani, and I had to force down the flash. As for the creeps go, I'm at 30 CS now, and Zyra is at 24, so I'm a little ahead, plus 1 kill, and she has no tier yet, or what is it called? Chalice of Harmony, I think he's gonna build that. So yeah, Skarner making a little counter jungle here, getting attention on both Sejuani and Zyra here. Zyra gonna root and miss it again. As I am now level 6, this is gonna be fun part with Nidalee once you hit 6. As I have the tier, whenever you spam spells in Cobra form, there's no mana costs, and also you get always the 4 mana on your tier, which is just fantastic way to farm up your tier, and that's why it's very recommended in Nidalee. As I have already 104 bonus mana from the tier. It's very nice. And apparently it looks like we're gonna current jungle this blue buff with Skarner, so Sejuani gonna throw that ultimate. They are aware of this somehow. Skarner gonna pick up the blue regardless. Throwing that spear, making a pressure on Sejuani. He's gonna barely survive. Good ultimate from Zyra to counter up this one. And we're all kind of low HP, but it looked like no one is going to die, except Mordekaiser in top at the same time. And Lulu trying to barely make it. Is he gonna make it? Somehow, yeah. They might want to dive him, because she's very low HP and she's level 3. They've got pretty denied in that lane. And I'm gonna return the base, yeah. And the fight's gonna erupt here. As they're gonna almost pick up the kill on Ezreal, he's barely gonna survive. Feel we're gonna putting some drain pressure here. That silence gonna bounce, doing tons of damage for a support. Really nice try by Phil there. As I didn't go back after all, I wanted to kill this Ezreal. Gonna chase on that Koga form and beautiful spare there, picking up that kill. Phil drain gonna come, and that is basically an overkill for me. And he's gonna pick up the kill actually on Misfortune, picking up that double kill. As he has double Doran's Blade and 60 ability power, it pretty sure guarantees that we both underestimated this field and the damage, and therefore we just went in and get that shit done. And as for my assumptions, I would take for Fiddle support. I would max that Q first, so I didn't assume he has 4 ranks in Drain, so that damage was really good and caused me to die as well. But Skarner pick up the kill on Zyra, so we're still some creeps behind and some money behind, but not too much. So now I'm gonna get the first blue buff a little late, as it is like a few minutes late. I'm gonna pick up the blue buff, and as you can see, I already have 268 bonus mana farming up. You just always when you're traveling, just go for Koga form and spam that W. You get that tier build up pretty fast, and it's pretty cool. I really like it. Putting up that trap here, if Sejuani goes here, I'll get noticed right away. Trying to make that spear up, but it's gonna miss. But once you're at this state, you're like level 7, you got this blue buff. This is the time when you're gonna abuse the spearing. You really wanna make that damage. Gonna try to make that spearing, but she's gonna be behind the minions, so you gotta have a little patience in the laning phase, because you will miss, won't hit all of your spears, unless you zone the enemy pretty well. As the turrets now come here, the minions, it is very easy to pressure up. Just auto attack there, E, and auto attack. I missed that last one, but it's very easy to last hit on the turret when you're Koga form. Skarner gonna pick up 1 kill as well as Fiddle. His Fortune is dead, and both AD carries just died. Zyra trying to roam this bot lane. As I was aware of this, I'm trying to push the lane. Push this lane. Zyra gonna put up that root, and as you can see, that damage already, I got like third of Zyra's HP pool with only a tier of goddess, and I have 36 ability power, so really burning down those squishy ones down. And another spear coming. She's getting really low as of the good spears and pressure I'm making on, making her forced to go back and trying somehow last hit on the turret. As we have no vision on the dragon, they're gonna most likely pick it up, as we have no idea that they're gonna do it. And Ezreal coming from mid, as I wasn't aware of this. Ezreal gonna pick up the kill on pick up the kill on me and get that blue buff. As you can see, the situation isn't looking great, as they have over 3000 gold lead at this point, but you will see, you will see. As for the CS goes, I'm about 10 CS ahead. I'm off making some juke plays here, trying to get killed by the turret rather than the players. Making that slowed so they can't catch. Ezreal making that E plus ultimate, and there comes the Mystic Shot. You are fucked. But one thing bothers me, why did she stop? If she would just walked, the Phil would got the kill, but instead she just stopped there and gives the kill for Ezreal. I don't get it. At the same time, Scar is gonna pick up the blue buff from enemy jungle, making that little Karn jungle plays there. So let's have a quick look at the lanes. Mordekaiser 0-3, Surprise, that's my team. And for the bot lane goes, it's MF04 and 0-0 for Lulu. And for mid it's 2-2 and jungle is 3-1. And there comes Riven, making a really good damage there, instantly killing that one as I'm here following on this Riven, making those spears and poking on that Cougar form. Riven is gonna flash, so I'm gonna follow up with W there, trying to make those follows. Another W there in Cougar form. There comes the spear, almost making that hit. 1 hour attack and ignite is gonna be enough, because her shield is on cooldown. We'll pick up the kill there. And at the same time, Feliz is gonna make his 5th kill in the lane. As the bot lane has got a total of 9 kills in a total, which is really making pressure on. As well as it looks like the second turret is gonna get pushed, so this bot lane really got far behind. As Fiddlesticks is level 9 and Lulu is level 5, Amaf is level 8 and okay, Ezreal is the same level, but the support levels differ pretty much. And as you can see, I already have the home guard boots. It's not maybe wise to buy them this early, but just look at this. Look at this movement speed, it's freaking awesome. You can get the lane instantaneously. That's why I love them. Some people like ask, why you buy Hepodix them so early? Why do you buy them? Because I like them. I like them really much. And now I just noticed that I'm actually playing on my Smurf account this game. Even though it's a little older replay, it still makes the cake. And I had the skin on my Smurf as well. I really wanted some skin on Nidalee. Pew! That's pounds. If you have troubles making those pounces over the small ledges like this one, it is just, you just have to, how do I say it? Okay, Skarner's gonna come up for the gank. Flash and ultimate. Spear and instantly swapping on that form. Going on that Cloaker form. Chara's gonna be speechless and not gonna survive on that. So you just have to position your way again towards the wall and then have to be next to it and then press W, otherwise it will fail. And it's very dependent the position where you gonna leave that small short ledges on. So it requires some trial and error, but once you're at it, it's very useful. Making those little pokes, one spear and fiddle, making it good pressure. Another spear coming out with only a blasting wand and sorcerer's shoes. I just made 80% damage with 2 spears and fiddle. Sejuani gonna use that ultimate. And as they surprised me again, good Sejuani plays there. I'm gonna get down to the ground. But as for the greediness paid, Mordekaiser is gonna pick up the kill and grab those buffs in. Mid lane gonna push as well. I'm also gonna try to push down the bot lane, as we need some global money now, as we are behind 4,000 gold almost, so yeah. Mordekaiser is trying to make some CS in, as he is behind 30 creeps. It is not looking good as he has 1-4. I already finished up now all changes staff, and I have 700 mana already, which will mean that it will soon transform into Seraph Embrace, which is a good thing. So I get some sustaining thanks to that shield and shit. So it's definitely good. Trying to make those little pokes on Lyra. As I don't have ward, I have no idea if Fiddle's there. Which is a bad thing, because I'm assuming he's somewhere else. Trying to make another poke there, it will miss because the creep's blocking. And now I got the Seraph Embrace 17 minutes in, and I already upgraded. I already farmed 750 mana. Thanks to that Kog'Ar form spamming, it's really, really good. Really useful item on Nidalee. Because you can spam more spears and you get that big mana pool. As I have 1.7k mana, you get really nice mana pool overall. And that spear coming this way, taking out 55 to 60% HP from Fiddlesticks, really burst it down. And there comes another spear, and will pick up the kill on Fiddle. Will pick up the Fiddle. You just really have to optimize and try to think how the enemy is gonna path on their walks. Like trying to assume where they're gonna walk to. Otherwise you will miss many spears, and as I said, it's about trial and error, like the pouncing through these little gaps here. Making a little more poke here. Skarner's gonna use Shurelya's Reverie. Gonna ult that Riven and will flash. As I throw the spear, a couple of auto attacks, Mordekaiser's gonna pick up the kill and got the clone as well. It is now trying to push up a bit, but Sejuani is gonna interfere and engages us in. Skarner's gonna come. As Mordekaiser will pick up the kill. I almost get the kill on Ezreal as I tried to poke him. And even though I had the Seraph Embrace, you can see my mana is down to 250, so it is really mana dependent champion, even though you have 3 mana costs in Kog'Ar form. And as far as the global money goes, we're gonna pick up the Drake now and we're gonna catch up to them. Little by little. There you go. As for the money goes, we're like 500 to 600 only behind, so it's a step to better direction already. As I have 5-3 stats with 114 CS, the CS amount could be better, but as I have roamed pretty much the game to help the others to get back into the game, that's why the CS is gonna be lower, because we roam a lot. I roam into bot lane, I roam into top lane, so... There comes the home guard boots again. Oh my god. As I grab up the Nidalee large rod, I have 245 ability power at this point. It is really going to hurt now. And I'm gonna get down to the blue buff. As Riven will try to interfere me. She's gonna put that ward. She wasn't aware of that, so she didn't come instantly. She will destroy the ward as it is pink now. And Riven basically wasted his ultimate because of that, which is a good thing. Though Riven ult has quite short cooldown, 73 seconds on rank 2, and they're gonna push up the middle lane. I'm gonna make that poke. It's gonna hit on the minion, but once you're at this point, and whenever you have that blue buff, just spam that Q, poke them to death. In straight team fights, Nidalee isn't the best choice, so what you want to do is just spam the hell out of that Q, poke them to death, and then try to force up the fights. Sejuani gonna engage, which isn't a good thing for us. Making that spear in Nidalee, making him down to 50% of HP. Lulu gonna ult Skarner, as we're getting a little low. Amaf, great ultimate, pressuring that damage. Fiddlestick's gonna jump in, making those plays on, but he doesn't have Hourglass. It is really gonna look favor for us, having almost getting that spear hit on Riven as well, but she's gonna dodge that with her E. So we got 4 people dead, and not a single player of us died, so it is really nice going on here. As we got the gold lead as well with the 1k, we're gonna push up the second turret and even more gold increase now. Almost up to 2000 gold lead. Now it's actually, it is actually 2000, so it is pretty nice, definitely. Putting up those traps, you wanna put those traps in like those critical spots where you assume the enemy players could like go through. Like this is a very popular brush over here, and once you're laning, these brushes are pretty popular on here, and all those buff thingies and dragon and baron and you know that. So I went to push down that top turret as it got pushed by our minions, so easy round down there and push down. Gonna go back. We'll pick up the Ravenous death cap, having 6 kills and 3 deaths now. Now I'm gonna tell you, it is going to hurt. As I have 355 ability power, it is just marvelous damage. And one thing about the home guard boots is that if someone walks to your trap, okay, Skarner's gonna come. Okay, Ezreal dodged that. Trying to make those spears. Oh my god, that damage on him. 30. He has only 30 magic resist, and that is the primary reason he just got smashed 70% of his HP. Really good pressure. I'm gonna put the trap on the corner. As I am no aware of Zyra, she's gonna miss the spear regardless. And Skarner gonna ult, but Zyra will flash down. Still gonna make a little pressure with the silence. Gonna try to poke him down, but as I have no vision over there, just try to make a random spears. Spam it as much as you can, since that'll win the game for you. Just spam it. Gonna try to pick up this blue buff, and I will get it, so it was an easy one. As I wanted to have a little word about the traps. Okay, guess not, it's gonna be team fight. We're gonna pick up that Riven, but she's not gonna die. And even though we had the advantage as they had no vision, they're gonna pick 3 players from us. And it looked like we're not gonna get a single one of them. Trying to make those pokes in, but it's not gonna be enough. This is the reason you want to poke first before heading into the fight, as they have this AoE potential with Zyra, Ezreal, Fiddle. So they have all AoE oriented champions, so we get cleaved pretty hard if we don't make those pokes. So I'll explain the trap thingy once there's no combat. Trying to defend this bot turret as best as I can, trying to make those spears. Trying to make those kills actually, as they're pretty low. Sejuani gonna jump in. Fatal mistake by him, as I will instantly kill him as I'm in Koger form. As I knew Sejuani wasted that charge on me that she cannot basically escape. She had flash on cooldown as well. Riven is gonna go back. I wish I had vision there, it could be free kill. But I don't, so. As they go back, we're gonna boost this by getting down the dragon. So if you're going to lane and you have the home guards upgrade, and someone steps on your trap at the same time, the home guard effect will disappear because you enter into combat, which is bullshit, but it will happen. Only disadvantage with the home guard boots with Nidalee. Don't ask me, but yeah, it is really bitch, but it sometimes happen and sometimes don't. As we got the dragon, we're gonna steal the lizard now. We'll give it to Skarner. As we lost down the team fight, we're still slightly ahead on the global money. As we have the ward here, I'm gonna try to poke these players down. And look at the trap damage. Even the trap itself did a quite hit on Ezreal. As he doesn't have much magic resist, it really will hurt. And Skarner doing some really bad plays. Some kind of play that you will never expect a diamond to do. Like, come on, what the hell? Going off with the flash alone versus 5, and that spear damage is really good. And it looks like MF's gonna pick up the kill on Sejuani at the same time, so it's a one-on-one exchange there. Oh man, those Nidalee emotes, gonna love them. So I'm gonna pick up the blue buff now. Having 7 kills in and almost 150 CS. As I mentioned earlier, the CS isn't great. It could be like 200 and over, but as I roam in pretty much the lane and I'm trying to farm and poke as best as I can, you will not always get the best score out of it. But as we can look up the gold, I have the most money in my team, so that's not an issue in this game. Trying to poke this Ezreal to death, making that spear, it will miss. As Fiddle tried to kill me, I just pounced my way back. It's not gonna help. We have Oracle with Skarner, so we're trying to make a little plays here with the enemy in the enemy jungle, trying to poke down some more with the spear, which will gonna miss. And as you apparently saw just now, your W can be triggered by Zyra's plants, which sucks as well. But yeah, making that little spear poke there, it's not gonna hurt Ridden that much as he's more tanky. They're gonna make an engagement here, even though we got Lulu's ultimate and everything. MF's gonna die, but Ezreal's gonna die as well, as we get good damage here. Fiddlestick's coming here with the Crowstorm. It is going to look back really bad on us, as they pick up the kill on Mordekaiser as well as Skarner. Kind of late exhaust coming from Lulu, but we're gonna try to run away. And we most likely will. Trying to make some more spear poking, almost getting that kill on Zyra. Making more spear poke, and will pick up the kill on Zyra there. Just marvelous poke. Another spear coming, but he'll hit on the minion. So, when you're against... Yeah, I explained this already, but I just want to mention it one more time. When you play Nidalee, you don't want to engage the team fight before you poke them like half HP or something, because Nidalee's team fight utility isn't the best amongst all. If you compare it to like their AP, which is Zyra, which has a great AoE potential and team fight potential, it is just wiser to them if they engage in us rather than I first poke them to death and then just try it out after that once they're low. But as I took down the Void Staff, I have 459 ability power, and now with some magic penetration thrown in, due to the fact that they have some resists, Riven has 141 resist for instance, that they have some resist thrown in. It is wise to get Void Staff at this point, but remember, you're very squishy. Your only sustain at this point is your Seraph Embrace shield and your mobility, of course, but if you get blown apart, if you get stunned and no one is there to help you, get blown instantly. And I forgot to mention about the summoner spells. You could try Barrier as well. Barrier is pretty new and unique style to play Nidalee, sorry. But it is good against some laners that makes you scary, like LeBlanc or some really high nuke burster. So you can counter that with Barrier, so it's not a bad option either. And some people like Teleport, but I like Ignite always. Alright, so they want to push down this middle lane, as we're gonna counter push it. Trying to make those spear pokes in up to the Ezreal. Gonna make that heal. Wanted to mention that once you have tons of ability power like I have currently, 459, those heals are really attractive as well, especially if you throw that heal on AD carry like Misfortune, who is somewhat attack speed oriented. Even though she can be AD caster as well, it really helps her a lot. That attack speed boost on that MF is really great. So as I'm quite low on mana, I want to head back, grab some mana on, and thanks to those home guard boots, I'm really gonna make that traveling fast. So they're really trying to want to push down this middle lane, as we're gonna want to defend this one. We have fast wave clear, so we don't have a problem with that. And it looks like the purple team is gonna pick up the Drake. At least they're gonna try it. As we have no vision, we're gonna try to invade on this one. And we got put the ward there and spear a little late, as we had no idea. So yeah, they're gonna pick up the free Drake. But still, regardless, we're slightly ahead and like 400 gold at this point. So we're still in the game, no worries. As you want to have at this point of the game, you want to make those fog of war spears as much as if you can, and in general it's better rather than shooting the spears in the lane, because if you throw the spears like from here or like here, it's harder to see and people have less time to react for it, so it's definitely better. Definitely better. What the fuck I am doing? Don't ask me. So yeah, it's definitely better to make those fog of war spears than just shoot it straight from the lane. You get better angle, you more guaranteed to hit the player rather than minion, and it's just overall better. I definitely recommend it. Trying to make that a little poke on Fiddlesticks as they have some ward in Baron. They're want to try to push down this middle lane. And there comes the spear, there comes the fucking spear, and look at that damage. 70% cut it off from Ezreal instantaneously. Because he has no magic resist, even though I'm this fed, he didn't give a fuck. So Skarner's gonna go in, flash all that Zyra, we'll pick up the fast kill on that one. But they're really gonna trade us back. Mordekaiser gonna pick up the kill on Ezreal there. As I'm trying to kill this Fiddlesticks, we're gonna make that another spear and we'll pick up the kill. As Riven got this kill on Skarner, it's gonna be 2 versus 2 now. And this tanky Sejuani gonna come in. I know I can trade him next to him, so I'm gonna pounce down, pounce through the wall. And as there's the minions, I can see him and he's trapped as well. So I just pounce back and it's okay. So 3 for 3 exchange this fight. Thanks to that spear we got Mordekaiser got instantly the Ezreal, and thanks to Skarner's ult we got instantly their AP carry as well as this support AP Fiddle, which does quite frankly pretty surprising damage. As we're trying to push down the lane, they're gonna defend it. It's not gonna happen with just 2 of us versus Riven and Sejuani. We're gonna ping down for the Baron. As they have the red buff, I really gonna steal it so their Ezreal won't get it, making this one even more weaker. So we're gonna go on the Baron. They're gonna go for the Baron. As I'm gonna hear poking down the players, almost getting Fiddlesticks over there, making those kills. Zyra gonna miss that root. Making these distractions on, Sejuani gonna go in and will pick up the kill on Zyra as he tried to kill me thanks to those auto attacks. Seraph Embrace gonna use, but I don't have time to pounce through the wall. But that team fight in a nutshell, thanks to that distractions I made for Zyra and Fiddle, they were able to pick up the easy Baron. Even without my help, I just poke them in the enemy jungle and just let my team pick up the Baron. So it's another great tool Nidalee can do, is distract and poke, of course. So my team's gonna try to push down this lane, but it's not gonna happen as we try to push down the. They want to backdoor this top lane, as Skarner will tank it. Yeah. And some people might wonder what I think about AD Nidalee. AD Nidalee is okay, but I don't personally like to play it because I'm a mid laner. I like that you have ability power, you have that, you're the mage, you use that mage powers, you have the range and shit. AD Nidalee is okay, but I don't personally like it or recommend it. It is viable, but meh. AP is more fun, you got those big ass spears, and I'm not sure, Lulu might have some decent network issues there, as she pretty stupidly went there and just killed herself. So making down those spear pokes again as much as I can to keep them away from pushing and shit. So we gotta wait Lulu to come back, and then we can try to force a second fight. As Skarner, MF and Morty has still the Baron buff, we have the 3000 gold advantage currently. So that Baron buff really got us back into the game, which is great. No Oracle for Skarner, so they know they have the ward here. So you just want to have the lanes pushed down at this point. Push down at this point. Gonna go pick up this blue buff. I'll scroll down a little. It's very boring to watch, I know. Heading back to the mid lane. Gonna make those spear pokes again. As Skarner is top, they're gonna abuse it and engage on MF, but MF is gonna cleanse that shit and we'll make a counter blaze there. Trying to hit that spear on Zyra, but it's not gonna make it. Sejuani wasted her ult as well as MF, so... And MF wasted her summoner spells, so... It's good that our AD didn't die, because AD carry is really important at this point, part of the game. If your AD is dead, you're pretty much fucked. Because the pressure you make with Nidalee is not in the team fight. It's not the team fight percent, it is definitely the poking percents, and that you will be feared due to the damage you will make with the spears, so yeah. We want to backdoor this turret. Skarner is quite tanky, so we don't have issues with that. And we have Lulu's shield, we have my E, I have my heal, so he's not gonna take a single drop of damage as well. Fiddle might want to make this ultimate up, because he's positioned like that. I'm gonna try to poke down some more with spears. We got the bot turret, and as we ran out of Baron now, we just want to make the pressure on, keep the lanes pushed. Gonna clear out those raids for extra money. Almost reaching 200 CS, which is almost 100 below Mordekaiser and Misfortune, so... As you can see, I've led my team to get up to CS, and I'm just doing the poking, making decent damage on Zyra. As she has a Chalice of Harmony, Giant Spell, and Abyssal Scepter, so he was aware of this, that I'm gonna do a tons of damage. Sejuani gonna invade in, Lulu instantly dead, Skarner's gonna pick up the kill. Me and MF getting a little out-positioned here, which is a really bad thing for us. Mordekaiser is gonna use that Hourglass. Gonna try to poke this Sejuani to death, but we got really out-positioned in this team fight, so it is not gonna look great. But that spear damage plus MF ults almost gonna pick up the kill on Israel. As we get a little distracted by Riven and Fiddle here, we're gonna force our ways back. But I'm gonna trying to poke down these players to death, making a decent damage on Fiddle. And Riven gonna go in, trying to finish up the game as well as I kill the Sejuani at the same time. Really making good damage. Trying to kill the Phil as well, but the minion's gonna block it. Riven's gonna block that spear, trying to finish off Phil, but it's not gonna work. There's nothing much I can do than just poke here as I'm alone. Lulu's gonna come back. As I know they're low HP, I wanna chase them down. I get rooted, I get feared, but regardless, I ignited the fiddlesticks because I really want them dead. You want to be you want to be scary opponent. You just want to pose in. You want to pose in. They have no aware of this that I'm gonna be here. Now they have the ward. They know. They really know. But I'm still trying regardless. I am still trying. Almost hitting the spear on Riven, but without any effort. Not gonna make the plays here, unfortunately. Gonna steal the braids. That's the least I can do. And Sejuani gonna clear up those little guys on the red buff. As I'm gonna push down the middle. They got our inhibitor, so we're a little trickier spot here. Little trigger spot here. So I'm pushing down this mid. Gonna head up to the back. And as I forgot to mention, I have the Guardian Angel now, so instead of that Zhonya's Hourglass, which is I'm gonna build next because I bought the Needless Large Rod, I'm gonna have a double armor items on, as the Riven and Ezreal is quite fed. I want to get some resists in, and a little sustain isn't bad at this late in the game because I won't get bursted instantly now because I have the Guardian Angel. And Seraphim Embrace, of course. I'm chasing down this Fiddlesticks. Phil's gonna Crowstorm in. He's gonna cleanse that, but even regardless, Fiddlesticks gonna dominate the stage. And at the same time, the purple team is going to push down the second top turret. As I'm trying to make some new poking with the spears. Zyra gonna try to root me, but it's not gonna make it. Almost making that spear and Zyra there, and it's not gonna make it. Gonna actually steal that blue buff with a nice spear. They're gonna try to make an engagement here, as they know our AD carry is dead. It's going to look a little difficult, but I'm gonna pick up the kill on Zyra. And Mordekaiser are having little issues here. And as I can see Fiddle draining the creeps, I'm gonna kill this one as well. Or at least I'm gonna try. He's gonna use that Hourglass and exhaust and everything, but it's not gonna stop me. But at the same time, the purple team is gonna push down the top inhibitor turret, and now for the inhibitor. As I'm retrieving back, coming from behind them, making that spear. Riven wants to recall, but he's not gonna make it. Guardian Angel is gonna proc out. I'm gonna kite the players now, as they want me dead. They can't chase Nidalee because due her high mobile, it's not that possible. Almost making that spear hit on Ezreal, but as I had no vision, I wasn't aware of it at all. Just trying to make those blind pokes, which is better than nothing, preventing them from recalling and maybe keeping down those kills. Like I got Riven's Guardian Angel up there. As the kills goes, they have more kills, but we still lead on the golds somewhat. At 1.5k lead, I'm having 14 kills at this point, really dominating the stage. But if it's gonna continue the way that they just engage us without letting me the poke, that is going to lose the game for us. Especially if the MF is gonna get caught and die instantaneously. As she has 2 kills and 9 deaths. He has good CS, but and a good nabbage as well, so the stats doesn't matter that much at this point. If she can position well, it's okay. As it is this late in the game, everyone has good items, especially me. I got the Hourglass now. Fiddlestick's gonna jump in. Gonna finish up the Baron Nashor, as well as the Skarner instantly he stole the Baron buff, trying to kill this Ezreal. Everyone is getting pretty low, getting those spear pokes in. Mordekaiser are gonna push down. Will kill the Zyra, as well as I get the Fiddle at the same time. We'll pick up the double kill from Ezreal, and we're gonna trade this one. We'll pick up the triple kill, and we will ace them, steal the Baron buff, and that is pretty much the game breaking here. Pretty much the game breaking issue here. Thanks to that poke, Skarner Baron steal, and everything, it is just great. Looking down the crate for us, and we're gonna win the game thanks to that really tight game. 49 minutes in, and we were able to pick up the kill, pick up the win thanks to those awesome spears and those last team fight plays we were on. And as you saw from the last team fight, they didn't want to kill me because I had Guardian Angel. They focused on Mordekaiser or Amaf or someone else because that's what it is. The Guardian Angel really pisses them off. So yeah, that's it for the game. So it sure was a long game. Hope you enjoyed. Special thanks to the artists that music I use in this video. Go see the video description below for all the tracks. And click here if you want to see my other guides or my top 10s or whatever. And please subscribe for new weekly League of Legends videos to come. That's about it. Thanks for watching, my name is Hepodix, and have a nice time with the spears.